Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for January, Taurus. It's good to see you guys again. Welcome back. Welcome back. Long time no talk. So, Taurus, we're gonna just get right into your reading. This is gonna be your general reading for January, your first reading of the new year. I hope that it's finding you well. Welcome to all the new subscribers and welcome if this is your first time stopping by. As you guys know, in the description box below, any songs that came to mind when I was thinking about your energy, if you guys would like to check those out, you'll find those songs there. But let's get into it here, Taurus, and we'll see what we can expect here in January. We'll talk about the energy. Let's get one more shuffle and then we'll pull the overall. All right, Taurus. I feel like your back is up against the wall. And it doesn't feel too good, does it? I feel like you want to fight. I feel like you know that Michael Jackson song where I think he's like, stop pressuring me, stop pressuring me. I feel like your back is up against the wall and I feel like you guys need some breathing room. You guys need some space. I feel like you're very aggy, like you're very, you want to fight. Yeah. What does that look like to you? I just feel like you guys you're being pushed to that point where you have put up with so much and it's at that point where something has to give, and now it's like you've run out of options. There's no choice but to lash out because you've tried to be diplomatic. You've tried to go about it the right way. You've tried to say the right things. You're trying to be patient, and I feel like your patience is being tested by the people around you. And the most aggravating thing about it is it doesn't have to be that way. And when we look at the astrology that's happening in January, it kind of looks like a perfect storm. Like the stage is set for something to just go off, where you guys to explode and let someone really have it in January. Mars is in Taurus on the 4th, and that's that aggression. Like you guys are ready to go to war, and I feel like if someone says the wrong thing to you, then they're gonna see that side of you that people don't really get to see unless they progressively push and push and push and push and take advantage and subvert and misconstrue and mislead and undermine you, and all of the cruel things that you can do to someone with pure intentions, that you can do to someone who is always for the people and always easy to work with. And it's because you don't deserve it that you're feeling so aggressive. Don't take that as an attack. I just feel like that's where the energy is. And, I'm Taurus ascendant, so I'm right there with you. Like, I understand, I get it. We are very patient people. But when you get pushed past a certain point, it gets very uncontrollable very quickly. So not only do we have Mars in Taurus on the 4th, but Uranus goes direct in Taurus as well on the 14th. So now in January, it's like you guys have been getting hints. The universe has been showing you this whole time that Uranus has been retrograde what is not working, what you need to change, what you can no longer stand for, what you don't want to tolerate. You guys have been getting hints, you guys have been getting keys and clues this entire time that Uranus has been retrograde in the environment. Although it has been hard at times, it hasn't gotten to this point now where things have to change. So if you're a Taurus who has been paying attention, if you're a Taurus who has been trusting yourself to make the necessary changes for your highest good, and you've been going with that, you haven't been fighting the process, you've been allowing them to happen, then I feel like you're going to be prepared. But if you're a Taurus that has been very stubborn about changing things that you know need to change, taking steps that you know you need to take, moving, saying the things that you need to say in order to ease up some of that pressure off of yourself. If you have not been doing that, then just be cognizant of that this month, that Uranus is going to go direct. So you're going to be pushed to a point where emotionally it's all going to come, pouring out of you. The time is right for that, where you're going to have to release it, because you can't carry it any longer. These burdens, you can't put up with them anymore. So my advice to you before we get to that point is that you really take a good look at what has been nagging at you, what has been annoying you, what has been driving you guys crazy, and start working on changing those things now. Start adapting now, so that you're not caught off guard, and you don't find yourself in a position where you're pushed up against a wall and you're feeling caged in, and your only option is to become a monster to get the things that you want, because we didn't take advantage of the time that we had to make our voices heard. We didn't take advantage of the time that we had to change the things that we needed to change. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want you to feel as though you have no control over this. How can we get this Tower moment here to work in our favor? Because what comes after the Tower card is the Star card. So this Tower card, as annoying and frustrating as this start to the new year is, there's also an opportunity here, an opportunity for you to get what you actually want, an opportunity for you to build the life that you actually want to build, an opportunity. If the Tower card is going to happen at any point for you guys, I'm glad it's happening here this early in January. So the slate is being wiped clean, and you get to start the new year framing that Star card experience, framing the year in your own vision, in your own eyes, in the way that you guys want to see it. Wherever it is that Tower moment is happening for you, wherever it is that change needs to happen in your life, that you have been ignoring, if you haven't been working on it, or if you haven't been flowing and accepting those changes up until now. So if you've been doing that, don't worry. I think that what this Five of Pentacles Tower card experiences is going to be for those of you that have been working on it, those of you that have been changing, those of you that have been doing justice to yourself by standing up for yourself and actively making the necessary changes in your life, that are healthy and good for you. I feel that this is more so going to be a kind of like this is reading to me like last straw energies, or just some kind of event that solidifies your feelings, some kind of event that validates the way that you guys have been feeling, and we should welcome those. They aren't good experiences, to be honest with you. This looks hard to deal with, so I don't want to sugarcoat it. because that wouldn't be helpful. I want you to know that it has the potential to feel hard, just depending on how you guys have been moving, how you guys have been changing up until now. But what's coming after this? If the Tower card is happening here first and we get that out of the way, I'm very curious to see what's happening next here, or what it's concerning. I feel like it could have something to do, it could most definitely have something to do with work. It could have something to do with your relationships as well. There are a lot of people here already. There's 4 people by my count. And then some news comes your way that changes everything. Yeah, guys, watch your communication. And what I mean by that is, don't allow the influences around you to push you to the point that you lose control over your emotions. Don't let it push you to the point where you feel as though you don't have any options, because you most definitely do. And the Page of Wands coming out here, it wants you to act. So say less. And it's important that you guys are about that action now. Capricorn energy coming out here, Queen of Pentacles. There's a new moon in Capricorn on January 13th or the 14th, I believe. So this is that new beginning that you guys are granted here astrologically. And I think this is going to prove very beneficial to you. If you're trying to rebuild your relationships, Taurus, you should definitely take your time to get to know someone, understand what they're all about, understand their intentions, understand their intentions. And that doesn't mean, you know, that you should trust is a very precious thing. And I feel like one of the lessons that you guys have had to learn is where you have been placing your trust, and if the people that you've been placing your trust in have been worthy of it. So the lesson here is ask as many questions as you need to ask, gather as much information as you need to gather to feel comfortable investing yourselves in anything new at this time. This is a really great time, especially with the new moon in Capricorn, for you guys to go about your relationships in a different way. Even if it's not new connections that you guys are forming, you have an opportunity to show up in them a bit differently. You have an opportunity to communicate with the people that you care about the most in a different way. You are speaking about your emotions in an intelligent and Queen of Pentacles way, in a very sensible manner, rather than lashing out, rather than feeling like you're pushed up against a wall. So it's that difference of approach when it comes to your relationships that you could be seeing a change in here, which is really nice. When it comes to work, you know, I do think that you guys are approaching work differently as well. You guys are approaching work differently. I think that you guys have you're more focused. You're more focused and dedicated. You guys most definitely are, and your work ethic, especially with this Capricorn energy, is present. So I don't think that there is a lack of effort or direction here. Two of the things that Capricorns are known for. That's definitely what you're embodying here in January. What I think is changing, though, is you're making better use of your energy. I feel like you're tapping into your potential in a new and improved way. You guys will find yourselves showing up at work in a different way. I feel like you'll be more embodied in your projects. You'll be more present. And that's going to be all the more easier for you guys to do if you're able to rein in your emotions. Don't get played. Don't allow anyone, and don't allow yourself to make you believe that the situation is worse than it really is, Taurus. I want you to be aware, that change is good. See something ending, whatever that is, seeing something come to a close as an opportunity for something much more beautiful to come in its place, something more in line with your, something that's much more heart-centered, something that is much more in line with your purpose, in line with your vision, something that holds a lot of potential and has the potential to be much more fulfilling for you. You're gonna have to stay level-headed and don't let any of it faze you. Don't let any of it get to you. Just rise above the situation. Just rise above it and understand that you guys have the ability to put out the fires. You guys have the ability to really have the ability to come into your own here. But you have to be willing. That's the trick. You have to want it. You have to be okay with change. You have to be okay with transitions. This is what we've been talking about in the months leading up to this, and I hope you guys like the addition of the astrology in the reading. That's something that I have been working on. I'm right there with you, like I'm going on this journey with you, and to be a tarot reader and to do any kind of energy work just involves, me recognizing where in my life as well there is room for development, where there's room for growth. And I thank you guys for your patience as I come into my own as well. We're on this journey together. And where are we going? 9 of Pentacles. We're moving forward to really, really beautiful things. If you're able to stay the course, Taurus, if you're able to remember who you are. Remember who you are, and always, no matter what is happening, no matter what time of day it is, no matter how hard it feels, no matter how out of hand the situation may seem like it's getting, as long as you find a way back to yourself, as long as you find a way to get grounded once again, I promise you that there isn't anything that you guys aren't going to be able to handle. Just by your nature, Taurus, you have that, you can't be moved in the best possible ways. You can't be shaken. And that's a double-edged sword because, in January, the universe wants to move you. The universe wants to shake you, but you have to recognize and you have to understand that it is for your betterment. It is for your highest good. All the transitions that you're going through right now, all the changes that you guys are making, These are all things that are going to benefit you in the long run, and you have to be okay with that. And sometimes that means walking away and leaving things behind that are familiar, leaving things behind that are comfortable, things that you have always known. And you just need to understand that just because you're moving past it, that doesn't mean that you don't have love for it, or that you don't appreciate it, or that you weren't successful, or that you weren't at one point happy in it. It's just that it no longer fits into the idea that you have in your mind of the person that you guys are evolving into. Growing out of something is a natural, part of life. Think of it as shoes that get too small. Are you going to continue to wear them to the point that you have blisters? Are you going to continue to wear them to the point that it's affecting the way that you walk, and it leads to just all of this unnecessary pain? How long before you get a new pair of shoes? How long before you size up? How long before you level up? I'm gonna grab some water, and then we will talk about these two. All right, Taurus. There may be an air sign who has something to say to you. There may be an air sign who wants to come talk to you. I feel like they really have something to say. They may try to... I feel like someone wants to kiss and make up. Someone wants to come together. And my advice to you there, when it comes to deciding who you want to allow in again, who you want to give a second chance to, remember that vision you had in your mind of the person that you were transforming into, or the person that you're evolving into, the new standards that you guys have in your life. I'm certainly not one to say that I'm not going to advise you not to accept someone back, but I just want you to get into the habit of asking yourselves the difficult questions, of just asking yourself the hard questions. And what are some examples of those? Well, first, what is the reality of what you experience with this person? How sincere are they in their approach? Are they showing you actually, do you see verifiable signs of change in this person? If they were the one that was wrong in the situation, we're not gonna, place all the blame on them. I'm definitely not here to place blame or pass any judgment. There may have just been... It does take two people to have a successful bond, to have a successful relationship. So how do you feel about any shortcomings that you may have had when it comes to this particular dynamic? Do you feel that you're ready? Do you feel that these are the questions that I'm talking about. And I get the sense that this person is going to be coming in hot. And I was just telling Aries this, and that was the Aries card I just saw. I just showed you a second ago. It doesn't matter how hot they're coming in. It doesn't matter how intense the attraction is, how intense the feeling is, how tempting it is. You're an adult. You're going to make your own decision at the end of the day. But I just want you to know that you don't have to feel rushed. You don't have to feel forced, especially with all the transits. And there's already so much going on astrologically. If you need to take your time, to ask yourselves and ask this person those really important questions to make sure that they are to decide whether or not they can be a part of your future. Just know that you have the time, Taurus, is what I'm trying to say here. Just know that you don't have to rush into this, the Knight of Wands, and I feel like you guys want to do that, especially if this is something that ended badly, especially if you had been waiting for some kind of communication from this person, or they've been waiting for some kind of communication from you, and one or both of you had to just kind of walk away from it and focus on your own careers and focus on your own happiness and your own unique ways of viewing the world, your own passions, just because the situation it just blew up in flames. Spirit is here in the reading tonight. Like, this is lit. I'm enjoying this reading. Yeah, so especially if it was something that, you know, just went up in flames. That's not to say that it can't begin again, you know? But I just want you guys to be careful, and I just want you to be grounded and be aware about the facts, the reality. You know, there's a lot of earth energy, there's a lot of earth transits in January. There's going to be some tough energy around the 17th, so perhaps you can I feel like tensions are going to be running high, and there's a full moon in Leo at the end of January as well. So I feel that everybody wants to be seen. Everyone is going to feel like the way that they think and feel about the situation is what matters most. So just be cognizant of that, be aware of that in other people, and also, of course, be aware of it in yourself. But overall, January looks like a really, really beautiful month. And I think if you just flow through it and take it day by day, week by week, you're not going to be caught off guard, Taurus. Let's go ahead and start clarifying a bit here. Let me see how we are on time. Okay, let's go ahead and start clarifying here, and we'll get some more info about what's happening here in January. All right, first up here, Five of Pentacles. Taurus energy. So you go into the new year with I feel like you guys have earned your stripes. You're going into the new year with the scars of what you have experienced in 2020. It was a hard year for all of us. And the important thing here to remember is, no matter what condition you find yourself going into the new year, what's beautiful and what's amazing here, and what's very important for you to remember, is that you made it through it nonetheless. You made it through in one piece. Perhaps your emotions, Knight of Wands, perhaps your emotions were tested. Your patience was tested. But I think that your ability here to keep moving, your ability to keep moving forward despite what you have experienced is what's really setting you up here to it's really setting you up and laying the groundwork for, you know, that new life that we were talking about, that new path that you guys are going to be walking on. And I think that it definitely has something to do with a change in your approach. Like I said, I think that there were some things that happened in 2020 that kind of humbled us, and Uranus going direct in January here as well. It's like it wants to continue that process. It wants to solidify all those changes. It wants to make you more sure about the things that you learned, make you more sure about the things that you realize, and push you, motivate you, let you know that yes, in fact, these changes do need to happen. You're not crazy. You saw what you saw for a reason. And now, you've had enough time to think those things over. You've had enough time to come to the conclusions. And now the time is here for you guys to act. The time is here. Let's look at the Tower. Don't be afraid to start the year a bit slowly. Don't be afraid to come up with a plan before you guys move. Like I said, don't get overwhelmed. I feel like tensions have the potential to run high, but that is an illusion. I do think that you guys do still have control over the situation. Judgment. Anything that you guys lost, you will get back. The feeling that you don't have control over your own experience, I think that is ultimately temporary. It's temporary, Taurus. And it looks like your vision is what is key. So it's important that you guys don't lose sight of that. No matter what's happening, no matter what you're experiencing, no matter how aggy you are, you have options. 10 of Wands. It's okay to ask for help if you need. And I know that's hard. I know that's hard because you guys, you can handle it. And in fact, it's because you can handle it and because that's what's expected from you, that many times it leads to you taking on a lot more than you should. So just be aware of that. Like we were saying last month, it's okay to say no. If you feel yourself getting to that point where you're being spread a bit too thin, it's okay to say no. For your health, it's okay to say no and allow someone else to assume some of the responsibility. King of Wands coming out here next. You guys could be dealing with a fire sign and Aries. I do think that you may feel like you've had your hands full with a fire sign. King of Wands, that's Leo energy. You guys may feel like you've had your hands full. Wait, no. Or is that Sagittarius? I think King of Wands is either Leo or Sag. But, no. It's Sag. Okay, so you guys could be dealing with a fire sign. It could be any of them, of course, that's embodying this King of Wands energy. Or, of course, it could be you, since it's clarifying the Six of Pentacles. This is you moving forward with vision, your confidence restored, your confidence in your ability. That's definitely what this could be about as well. But like we were saying, because this is right here with the 10 of Wands, and we're talking about health concerns that could potentially arise because of stress, you just want to be mindful that your ambition or your belief in your ability to do it all doesn't lead you to push you to the point of taking on more than you can handle, biting off more than you can chew. So the advice here is to plan. The advice here is to be discerning when it comes to your energy. and really give yourself the time to make decisions that you can stand by. Let's take a look at the Eight of Cups here next. Actually, let's look at the King of Wands, see what else we can get off of that, who that person is. Or what this situation is about. Reunion. So, well, it's there plain as day. We did say that we were picking up on the energy that there could be some kind of reunion with a Sagittarius. You know, do you have room for this? Can you handle it, Taurus? But I do think that someone does want to come towards you. Someone wants to court you. Look at you in your gown, and he's looking at you like whispering Lord knows what to you. Probably telling you what you want to hear, so you can... No, I'm just kidding. But so and the Sag card comes out. Yeah, guys, I wasn't sure if it was an Aries or a Leo or a Sag, but that confirms it there. It's definitely a Sagittarius. This is someone who I feel like they have the hots for you. Like you've caught this person's attention. I feel like you've caught someone's attention, and I feel like the new you, by way of moving away from things that you've outgrown, I think that you have encouraged people to come at you and approach you a certain way, in a more balanced way. And those are the changes that we want to make. You know, if you're a Taurus who's single and you're dating, you can look at your past relationships as a great way to get a better understanding of what you don't want. You know, nothing against the person that you weren't with, but there's a reason that it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And it paves the way for something more real to come in. You know that Mary J. Blige song, Real Love, Ace of Pentacles, that's what I'm getting with that energy, which is dope. And those are the kind of changes that we want to see. If you're a Taurus that's in a relationship and you felt like, and you felt maybe emotionally distant from the person that you're with, I think that the lessening of the workload in some capacity leads to you being more comfortable in this connection here. Things begin to start moving once again. The Ace of Pentacles as well can suggest, it says here documents or contracts, so you guys could be getting something tangible. You may be defining your relationship in a new way. Like we were saying, the approach is definitely something that's happening here, is something that's changing here, and Uranus going direct in the middle of January does mean that a shakeup is happening in some capacity, and as scary as it may be, it is ultimately for the better. So no matter how it's sliced for you, Taurus, if you're in a relationship or not, I do think that the changes that are happening are positive. They're going to be positive in the long run. Might be hard for you to see it, especially if you're really comfortable in something, but just understand that there is a silver lining there. It just might take some time for you to see it. Eight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, guys, it looks positive. It looks really positive overall. I do think that you have the benefit. The time is ripe here for you to build more, to build relationships with people who are loyal, with people who are honorable, because I do think that you've been through the ringer and you have seen a lot. It may be hard for you to open up or to trust because of because you've been burned or because of what you have seen. But I do think that any endings do lead to you getting more of what you actually want, getting more of what is healthy, right? Actually, let's move on. We clarified the hell out of that top line. So, Knight of Pentacles. Let's see what's going on down here. This is you, Taurus, looking good, doing the damn thing. You have your estate. I feel like you guys feel really good about yourselves, and you're feeling comfortable here after Uranus has come in. So I feel like you're kind of riding that high, and you know, like there's always that moment where after shit hits the fan, life experience, where after things are really shaken up and things change, it presents you with an opportunity to kind of get into a kind of groove and get used to the new get used to the shift in the status quo. Like you become comfortable with the changes, especially the ones that we can't control, especially the ones that are here. And here it's looking like this is a huge, shift here, like a huge rebalancing. And I do think that it is one that is for the better. It looks good. Coming with it is going to be an opportunity to rest. I think it's been hard for you guys to really get a good night's sleep, just because you've been haunted by your past experiences. But I do think that you can rejoice here in the second half of January, because the struggle, seems to be more or less over here. The struggle seems to be more or less over. And it's important that you guys embrace these changes and release the old here, with the release card coming out next. That is Scorpio. So Scorpio coming out on top of the Page of Swords. We're talking about that air sign. Here it's looking like a Gemini is who it could be. Either the cards are wanting you to release a Gemini, or of course this could be that situation that completely broke down, and now the opportunity is here. Like they're coming in changed. They're coming in changed, and the situation is being seen differently by everyone that is involved. Empress, Taurus coming out here. And I think that you don't do too much here. You don't have to chase this. You don't have to go after this, because I do think that it's already coming your way, and you guys already have enough on your plate, what with all these transits and these changes that you guys have been going through. I had a couple songs for you that I was going to put in the description box, but as I've been doing the reading, a couple others have come through. I'm going to put those in there too. Check those out. And that'll be your January. It's going to get you through January, trust. So, yeah, Knight of Wands. Let's talk about it here. So Taurus, you're down here looking very attractive, looking very magnetic, and I feel like you guys are powerful. You guys are strong. I feel like there isn't a doubt in my mind that that's like I don't doubt for a second that you won't be able to conquer this energy, that you won't be able to conquer these shifts. Like I have every bit of confidence in your ability to handle yourself well here in January. Handle the surprises. Queen of Wands. Yeah, I have every bit of confidence. What does it say there at the top of the card? Yeah, Taurus, this is you all day. Attractive, looking good, smelling good, capable. Come through it. You've come through it, smelling like a rose. And it's all because you are standing your ground. You're standing up for yourself, but you're doing so in a emotionally intelligent way. If you're able to not allow yourself to be pushed to the point that you lash out, not get upset with the changes, not feel as though You don't have any control over your destiny. You don't have any control over what's happening to you. Um, and you stop second guessing your version of the truth, Taurus. And you listen to those truths and you actually are proactive about making the necessary changes. I do think that January will prove to be a very nice month for you. I think it's going to be a great start to the year. It's a strong start to the year. All right, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thanks so much for joining me here. Go ahead and hit a brother with the subscribe if you did, and hit that like button as well. And I will see you next time. Bye.